Y'all, so what did I tell y'all this morning? Y'all remember we did our little ride with me to work, and I basically, well, first let me say this. Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be that you're catching this video. My name is Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. And this video is about, the new blind item from Bravo and Cocktails about a possible housewife facing demotion. Now, if you guys had tuned in this morning, I kind of gave a message, to Mia Thornton, right? And I basically said, you allowed yourself to be set up, you allowed yourself to be used as a pawn in a grand scheme of Giselle and Robin's plans. And that's kind of stupid because Giselle and Robin are not the smartest people. But I'm just saying that, I said all of that. I said that they gassed you up to fight this woman, and then they're nowhere to be found right now. Well, according to Bravo and Cocktails, they have released a blind item that they've gotten from an anonymous source. And if you ask me, I feel like the person probably seen my video earlier and repeated verbatim a lot of the stuff that I said, or maybe I just have that type of discernment. I don't know. But I'm gonna show and I'm gonna read y'all the blind item, and then I'm gonna make my comments, therefore afterwards. Okay? Cool. Sit your ass down and listen to what I gotta say. All right, thank you. So this is the blind item, and it says wouldn't expect, and it says, you know, the Potomac housewife is under fire. Clearly, she instigated the fight and is the one who made it physical. We all saw how that worked out for Monique. She's trying to garner sympathy and hinting that she's stepping away. That's because she's fearful that she won't be asked back and wants to frame it as she left. She extra mad at the duo who encouraged her behind the scenes and promised to back her. Sure, they sat there and said she wasn't wrong, but they're nowhere to be found now that she's really facing the heat or feeling the heat. She's even alienated her own in real life friend who we see on the show. I wouldn't expect to see her back. What I told y'all. What did I tell you guys? I told you guys that like all of this was so easy to see that they truthfully don't give a damn about Mia. They never really gave a damn about Mia. Like they used Mia as a pawn to try to force Wendy off of the cast, and it's not working. Not only is it not working, it's backfired, and now people are loving Wendy who probably didn't even like her in the beginning. And they're starting to see a new side of Wendy. And it's so sad to me that black dark-skinned women have to experience trauma on TV to garner the love and sympathy that they deserve. I feel like they're always held to a certain standard that's not held to the rest of the people or the rest of the cast or the rest of everybody else. You have to get assaulted, you have to get hit, you have to go through all of these terrible things for people to have sympathy or have empathy towards you and whatever you're going through, right? Now after Wendy is beaten, after Wendy has got a drink thrown on her, embarrassed, now everybody wants to, rally around Wendy. But this is the same Wendy that's been on every other season. So I'm just confused as to why does it take that to garner the sympathy that she deserves or garner the understanding that she deserves. And it's real sad that Mia has allowed herself to be used as a pawn in the grand scheme of things by Giselle and Robin and possibly Ashley to do this dirty work. And now she's sitting here getting her ass destroyed and eaten up. And none of these people who gassed you up to do all of this stuff are speaking up on your behalf. They're letting you drown. And not only that, you possibly might get fired, and they know that. And they're trying to distance themselves from you because they don't want any of the smoke from the upper chain of command either. They're not trying to lose their jobs over you. They were fine with you putting your job and Wendy's job at risk, but when it comes to theirs, they're not about to speak up for you, sis. And this is crazy. And Mia wants us to believe that she is the CEO. So she wants us to believe that she got outsmarted by people who really don't even have a bachelor's like that, who really don't exercise any type of, intellectual, personality traits. But you are the CEO. You allowed Robin Dixon, Ashley Darby, and Giselle Bryant to to gas you up to fight, and now you're sitting here with America hating you. You lost your best friend. You did all of this, and now you're contemplating, quote unquote, leaving the show before you get fired. But at the end of the day, none of that is going to save you, Mia, because you fucked up. You fucked up. Regardless on if they instigated it or not. You are a grown ass woman who has multiple children, who has a whole fucking family, who has a whole damn business out here, and you allowed these two fucking women to manipulate you to be a dumbass bitch. I'm not even gonna hold you, sis. I don't know if you could bounce back from this. I really don't. Especially because you're going to be cutting up even more after this. Like, you're not done. Like, you're still with the bullshit. Like, so you've let these women convince you all throughout this season to be a fucked up person. And now you are the only one you're the only one getting the heat. And they've backed away from you. So they pushed you out into the deep end, and now you're drowning, and they're nowhere in sight. They're watching you drown, because truth be told, they never gave a fuck about you anyway. And it's so sad because Mia, you really had a lot of potential on this cast. You really did. You like from from the descriptions, from the characteristics, you would have been fine. And honestly, if you had a chilled, just been funny, been a liar, we all know that you like to lie a lot. If you just would have been funny and a liar, like a more so a comedic relief, that would have been fine. Not everybody, Mia, needs to be a shade assassin. That's not everybody's role. Everybody has a different role. And to me, Mia is more so funny than she is shady. And I'm not saying that she don't try to shade. Of course she tries, but she fails. I feel like if Mia would have leaned more into the comedic thing, because she says a lot of weird shit that's kind of funny. Be like, oh, Mia's so fucking funny. She's a comedic relief. That could have been you, because you don't have to be the center of drama every season to be on the cast. That's not necessary. Everybody has a specific role that they play in this. It's almost like a girl group. But you don't know that though. You didn't do your homework. Or it looked like you kind of did do your homework, but you miscalculated what you needed to do. You wouldn't have been even thought to be fired if you didn't do this shit. Like, nobody would have been like, oh, Mia's not coming back next season if you did not do this shit with Wendy. Because everybody thinks that the cast is fine as it is now. But you're assaulting people, y'all are colorists, and y'all are doing this stuff to assault and demean a dark-skinned black woman, not just one, but two. So now all bets are off, sis. Now you caused your job to be under jeopardy. You did not have to do all of this extra stuff to do this. Like, you do not have to go out of your way to be a nasty, vile person to be invited back on the cast. You don't have to do that. It's so many other ways to make sure your check is going to be solidified. You could be the funny one. You could be the voice of reason. You could be the one who calls everybody out. You could be the one who narrates everything and as a concise, assessment of situations, as for the voice of the viewers. It's so many different parts you could have played, and you don't know which part you fit in, because you don't really know who you are, because you came online and you gave us this image of who you said that you were, and that's not the truth. So now you're scrounging to try to see what fits, but you being a shade assassin is not okay. And then the thing about it is, because this is not who you are, when you get shaded, the only thing you can resort to is violence, because you don't verbally go at people in your real life. You're not somebody who shades people in real life. So when you're doing this stuff, it's inorganic, and then when you get told off, you don't know how to handle that, because you never got into these type of verbal altercations. So then you resort to violence, because this is not your forte. Now look, now you possibly facing demotion. You're not liked. You're not getting invited to the places that you want to get invited to. You're not in the spaces that you probably thought you would occupy. And this is all because of your own actions and the manipulation of Giselle and Robin. They really had you thinking that you were right in this situation when you assaulted, started a drama, started beef with somebody, and now you're trying to tell us it's under the guise of creating drama and entertainment. See, that's the issue. You hoes want to self-produce. That's not what y'all are here for. Just give us the real and let it all happen organically. Let it all happen organically. That, like, it takes the fun out of it when you tell us that you are doing stuff specifically just to try to make a scene. So it makes me feel that no matter what Wendy did, no matter what Wendy said, you would have tossed that drink in her face. Even if she didn't bring up you and your husband. And I personally don't believe that she said anything about your husband. She said if that's the way you and your husband roll, that you got to check in with niggas in other states, when you're on vacation, that's on you. But that's not how me and my husband roll. And you threw a drink in her face. You did all of this, Mia, and I really hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it. But honestly, I'm not a mean person. I'm not an evil person. So I do wish that at some point that you can have some type of redemption. Not anytime soon, of course, because you deserve to get dragged. But I'm saying, like, that after all of this is said and done, after this season wraps, you're able to have some type of redemption, because having hate, like, thrown at you all day, every day, is not ideal. That's not good for anybody's mental health. And I don't think that anybody should be on the brink of, unaliving themselves because of hate that they're getting online. I'm not like that. But I'm just saying that, hopefully that is the case. But Jill Ruff says she's not smart enough to throw shade. Facts, Jeremy, because good shade involves reading people with the truth. She's a liar. We still don't know how old she really is. Exactly. And I'm saying that she could have been a comedic relief. You do not have to be the shade assassin. You don't have to be. Not everybody has that wit, can hold that title. Unfortunately, y'all don't like it, but Candace is that. Candace is the shade assassin on this cast. And she is the star of the cast, the premier face of the cast. If you ask me, they want to make it seem that Giselle is it, but it's not the case. Giselle isn't going to the Soul Train Music Awards. Giselle isn't getting invited to the Grammys. Giselle doesn't have a music career. Giselle isn't doing touring. Giselle isn't on movies, on TV shows. That's Candace. Candace has literally monopolized this and turned it into a lucrative business for her. And so is Karen and Wendy. Wendy has maximized everything that she was already doing with the help of the show. Giselle is not doing anything, and I really wish that Andy would stop putting her in front of the fucking camera like she is the face of this. Like, she's not. And especially after this season of her claiming. Now, can I say this real quick? Giselle, it's really fucking gross of you to insinuate, not even insinuate, to accuse or say that, Chris Bassett is like sexually assaulting people. And I know a lot of y'all are saying, well, she never said that Chris Bassett sexually assaulted people. She didn't say that word. But if you're saying that he grabbed somebody's butt, that he touched somebody, propositioned somebody for sex, and it was non-consensual, that's sexual assault. If you're doing something to somebody that could allude to sex, or that could violate their personal space physically, that's sexual assault. So if I grab your breast, or if I grab your butt, and you didn't give me permission to do that, that's sexual harassment. That's sexual assault. I don't have to physically force myself on you and have intercourse for it to be sexual assault. The act of me doing something without consent towards your body is sexual assault. And that's exactly what Giselle said last episode at the table at bar 1. Oh, he didn't grab her butt? And like, the thing is, she's so stupid that she doesn't even understand the full depth and the full weight of what she's saying. That's how stupid she is. She never had to be smart. She never had to be intelligent. She never had to excel. All she had to do was be pretty and light skinned. But unfortunately for you, Giselle, you're in your 50s. That skin is sagging, that beauty is fading, and that spirit is ugly. Unfortunately for you. Andy, if you listening, Giselle is not the face of this of Potomac. I'm letting you know that right now. We do not tune in to see Giselle. I don't. I know I don't. I know I don't. Giselle isn't out here winning. Giselle isn't out here making business moves. Giselle isn't out here like she's not doing anything. So how is she the face? That's like saying Lisa Rinna is the face of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and that's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. And truth be told, Karen ain't really the face like that either. Although she's in the middle of this photo, she's not really even the face like that because Karen really don't have anything going on. But honestly, Karen, I can understand. This is the season where you can just chill. Cause the first 3 to 4 seasons, Karen was getting attacked almost every episode. She earned her stripes. So I can get that to her, but I'm just saying that she's not serving as of late. She wasn't even serving last season either like that. So I'm not understanding, and this is real sad, Mia. I pray for you, sis, because time's about to get real hard. Because if it's true that you and Gordon has been kicked out of the business, you lost your check to RHOP possibly, and you're facing demotion, and you've lost your family too, like Sans Jacqueline. You about to face some hard times, and you're really going to have to look in the mirror at who you are as a person, and you're really going to need to make some necessary changes to be a better person. Because the truth be told, me, you're not a good person. You're not. That now, does that mean that you're evil? No, that don't mean that. Does that mean that that you don't have any good things about you? That does not mean that either. You do have good things about you. But the thing is, if you're willing to attack, to demean people who love and care about you for the sake of reality television for no reason unwarranted, that lets me know that you're not in a great space spiritually, mentally. You're insecure. You don't find yourself worth something. Because if you did, you wouldn't be acting the way that you're acting on this show. You wouldn't be throwing the shade that you are on this show. You wouldn't be demeaning everybody else on the show. You're literally talking bad about everybody, ripping up everybody's endeavors, everybody's looks, everybody's bodies. Like that's what you're doing. And it's because you're trying to cover up for your own insecurity. That's why you're attacking Jacqueline, because you feel that Jacqueline has something that you don't. And you're scared that whatever that is, that the cast is going to love it more than they like you. So you're going to try to attack her and demean her before people can like her. But when you don't understand that when you do that, when you gather up with people to attack one person, that person becomes an underdog. And let me tell you something, America and people love the underdogs. We always want to see the underdog win, but y'all not smart enough to see that. Y'all not. Guess Mia's going back to the strip club, with lobster tails and ball gowns. I guess so. But truth be told, she can't even do that because her ass got lumps in it. She ended up slipping up and saying that in a prior episode, that she got to get lumps removed from her ass. That's what the health scare was, is that she got back alley back ass shots, probably, and it's affecting her body and her health now. Her body's probably rejecting whatever she stuffed in there, and she don't want to bring that onto the show. She wants to try to make it seem like it could allude to cancer, which is very disgusting. And I can say that now because she's cancer free from what she said. She never had cancer. But like I said, y'all, can y'all please do me a favor? Please like the video and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about all of this, y'all. I told y'all I was going to be shifting more of my focus. I was going to be shifting more of my focus to Bravo related content. I'm done, for the most part, with OWN Network and those type of shows. And I really wanted to talk about something that I watch more often. I watch way more Housewives than I watch of any other reality television show. So it's indicative for me to talk about it because this is what I like, this is what I really care about. So yeah, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Share my content. Y'all want to know what I would really appreciate if you go send my videos or post my videos to the cast, underneath, the Twitter pages, underneath the Twitter statuses. Let Wendy and Candace see that they got somebody on their side. Okay. I love every single one of y'all. I'm on lunch break. I had to hurry up and try to make this because I saw that blonde item and I know I had to get on this. So I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day. Okay. And I plan on doing the same. All right. Be safe out here. I love you. Peace.